Disclaimer. I'm gonna cover games that may contain depictions of violence toward real political figures and place late political figures in absurd situations. And with that said, everyone who followed the 2024 US elections knows that the last few weeks have been among the most historic in US presidential politics history. Big political events with every eyes glued on it comes for a perfect web game adaptations, and I mean a lot of them. Most of these games put presidents or presidential nominees in surreal situations or action-packed shooter. What can be more American than that? So let's start with George Bush. We'll start with Bush Shootout. The White House, with the sitting President Bush, is attacked by terrorists. Take control of Bush in an arcade-style shooter. In that, you don't actually control the character's movement. Instead, you just shoot guns and reload, just like House of the Dead. Let's go through the first level of the Oval Office. The main objective is to clear terrorists in each room, indicated by the number above. The next levels also includes first-person perspective. Also, you can play as this woman, who I'm not sure who she is. I reckon it's Bush's secretary at the time. It has two endings, determined by if you shot or missed a terrorist fan at the end. Take a look at the rest of the gameplay.
I'm campaigning for the votes of our American troops overseas.
Don't you already have the votes of most of your
So
troops?
Bush visits jolly old London, campaign with the then Queen Elizabeth. Charles looks at Bush and be like, "Jay, he's got big ears." While in the carriage, they are attacked by terrorists, like last time. First, you take control of Bush. You can walk horizontally while shooting. Clearing the terrorists is the main objective. If you missed one, you have to go back. After getting shot in the crowd, Queen Elizabeth decides to take matters into her own hands. Grabs her necklace, which turns into a gun. So you play as her for the rest of the game.
I'll get you, nasties! I'll get you, nasties! Excuse me? Mini clip rock on. Taste the queen's pudding. I'll get you, nasties. I'll get you, nasties. Kiss my royal buns.
Pretzels.
Play as Bush or Kerry in a boxing match for the White House. We'll see many boxing games throughout this video. People have suggested instead of candidates debating, they should just go it out in a boxing match. In the recent case, a golf match. So here we are. The gameplay uses WASD for attacks and spacebar to dodge. It always works to just dodge then immediately rapid punch the opponent. One of the most infamous moments in Bush presidency was when a journalist throws his shoe on the president in a news conference. So with that kind of moment comes many parody games. First one we're gonna look is kind of primitive. It uses PNG for the character model. Move Bush by sliding the cursor. The next one is Bush Shoe Dodge. It has more animation than the previous game. Again, you control Bush, now with the left and right arrow key. This time, he dodged the shoe by ducking, much like in the real thing. The third version puts you in the shoes, no pun intended, of the shoe-throwing journalist. Plays almost like a shooter, and you have to get a hit on him as many times before the time runs out. So you're playing as a boxer protecting Bush. Or maybe it's just a secret service with a boxing glove. Bush is making a speech, and he's bothered by this person. You know who it is. Coward. Bush drives a monster truck with a satisfying destruction animation. You drive the truck through military tanks and junk cars. The free level ends with a truck toppling the statue of Saddam Hussein. It's a soundboard. You can make a President Bush speech with his real voice with full-on Bushism.
Without my country, justice on a massive scale must never again. We created government. We've accomplished much. Violent ambitions. The government must never again squander lives. Be the United States. We do talk the United States, including my own. Persistent poverty. America stands committed to generations deceitful dictators.
2006, Vice President Dick Cheney accidentally shot Texas lawyer Harry Whittington. This incident sparks the news everywhere in this country, and that's what this game pokes fun at. Obama-McCain Debate Simulator. The title says it all. It's a debate game. You'll respond to what your opponent says.
I'll reform Wall Street.
We need to keep.
Fundamentals of our economy are strong.
Let's pick out a pig.
I'll reform Wall Street. I understand American
That's the
history.
promise we need to keep.
Low taxes.
So let's be clear.
Fundamentals of our economy are strong.
Let's pick out a pig.
Low taxes. I'll reform Wall
The
Street.
challenges we face require tough choices.
Games are famous for their escape games and a lot of Obama games. In this video, I'm gonna cover two of them because between these games, they are almost similar to one another. In Obama Office Escape, he is trapped in the White House and you must navigate him through puzzles, traps, and find key items to escape the White House. It's clearly inspired by Resident Evil. Next Inca Obama game entry is Obama Saw game. In this one, Obama is trapped once again in the White House by none other than Jigsaw from the Saw movies, with a decent Tobin Bell impression voiceover. This time, the Obama family is being held captive by Jigsaw, which makes saving them the first priority of the game. Puzzle here gets more cryptic, and there's more item combining and backtracking that you need to do. One of the rooms includes T-800 the Terminator, who holds the key that you need.
A mortal gas will spread in this office. Live or die. Make your choice. them out, because in 10 minutes it will be filled with a little nerve gas. But it's not all bad news. This time I have a present for you. You must use it wisely, because it holds the key to win this tricky challenge. Well, enough chit chat. Let the game continue. Congratulations, Obama. You've won the game. So, you and your family are free now. Become one of Inca Games fans on Facebook, and we'll let you know when the next adventure is online, which will be very soon.
So you wanna play the zombie game?
Obama in a zombie apocalypse scenario. Plays like Call of Duty Zombie survival mode. Obama holds his position in the fort. Another shooter game. So the White House is attacked by rugby balls, birds, balloons, but as the level goes, it gets crazier. You'll be attacked by helicopters, blimps, and airplanes carrying missiles. Every kill grants you money, buy more powerful weapons, turrets, and allies like Hillary Clinton and the less forgetful Joe Biden to help you eliminate the attackers. So Obama left office in 2016. This is Obama's retirement game. Make Obama to establish his talent as a homemaker. So what you do is tidying up the living room, cooking, dancing, and singing. Here we are back with a boxing match game. This time it's between Obama and Romney, and it's not gonna be the last boxing match games. This plays more like Tekken or most fighting games with a side camera. Now this is the one that I remember the most. It's another shooter by Miniclip. It's very similar to Bush Royal Rampage. Obama and McCain is campaigning together, or debating, because why would they attend a rally together? Predictably, they are attacked by terrorists. Used to play as either McCain or Obama. Doesn't affect the gameplay whoever you are choosing. So they will grab their gun and take matters into their own hands, leaving the other behind. So like before, you have to clear all the terrorists to complete the game. I only found one game specifically focusing on Hillary. Hillary raced for the White House. The title screen shows Obama and Clinton. They were the Democratic primaries back in 2007, before Obama secures the party nominee and ultimately the presidency. The game is a bubble shooter game. Each bubble color represents different policies, from education, religion, defense, etc. The point is shown by the percentage in each region of the map. So it's basically Pac-Man, Donald Trump's Pac, but instead of collecting foods, you collect dollars. It's a pinball game with Donald Trump background image and his voice.
Officially running for President of the United States. We need to build a wall politicians. A roll call, no action. We have leaders that don't know what they're doing. How stupid is this?
This refers to the alleged crime of Trump not paying his company taxes, and we have to seize the tax paper from Donald Trump himself. Another boxing game, this time is not between presidential candidates, but rather between Donald Trump and his longtime rival. A war of words erupts between Rosie O'Donnell and Donald Trump, and you can pick a side to get on the action. Press C, X, C, and spacebar to fight. When you get a hit on opponents, they drop healing bars, power-ups, and bonus points. A debate game between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. Gameplay is to smash your keyboard however you like to indicate Trump yaps every time he debates. Pretty on the nose. Speaking about noses, Trump needs to sniff every 20 seconds to keep debating.
Blah 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 blah.
Now there are many Trump beat-up games, as in beating Donald Trump in the game, which is not surprising given how controversial Trump was, or still is. But the best one is Whack the Trump. From the same developer of Whack Your Boss, it has the same formula found in every Whack games. Click on an object and use it to torture the victim. Compared to the other Whack games, the violence is much more toned down here.
Blah 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 blah.
Uh-oh.
Trump as Spider-Man with gore. It kinda reminds me of Spider-Man City Raid, but with a lot more level varieties. Trump Golf. Let's close off the Trump section with the president's favorite sport, where you point and launch the ball to its target. The less launch you use, the more star you get. only found 2 games specifically on Biden. Both are vehicular games. The first one is UT Biden. Biden is riding a scooter to collect the president's favorite food, ice cream, while avoiding gardeners and squirrels. The background blur is so nauseating. Second one is Biden Wheelie. As Biden, you drive a Jeep in a wheelie position. If the front wheel drops, you fail. The last game we're gonna look doesn't focus on specific presidential candidates, but rather an election simulator by iCivics. You can play it on your web browser and the mobile version available on iOS and Android. An election simulator is pretty detailed. You start by choosing your appearance, name, home state, and your party affiliation. At first, you will debate on your party's primary debate. This debate will determine your political issues going forward. You can become a maverick by selecting one or more issues from the opposing party. Next, you select your branding, campaigning, and your primary states. Then choose your running mate for vice president based on their traits. Then you are introduced to your opponent, and the race to 270 begins.
Run for president. We need to poll this state before you. We don't have the funds.
It's a sad day for the Republican.
Breaking news.
The Democrats are doing really well.
Polling new states is an information goal.
It's a sad day for the Today's efforts on the campaign trail.
The Republicans are...
Today's efforts on the campaign trail went over.
There's only 1 week left. Your campaign is almost over. Do you have what it takes to win the election? Today's efforts on the
The Democrats are doing really well.
It's a sad day for the breaking news. The
Congratulations! You beat your opponent by a landslide. The other candidate could really learn a thing or two from you. You obviously had a good strategy from the beginning. Enjoy being president.